1. Don't send a resume. A resume with a for every man cover letter is junk mail. A resume without a cover letter is used to line the bottom of the birdcage. Most direct mail hits the trash barrel between the mailbox and the house. All unexpected and standard resumes go from the inbox to the trash box. Some may generate a rejection form letter. Most get ignored. 99.2% get tossed. When a salesperson calls on a customer without an appointment, it is a cold call. Cold calls have a low success rate. The customer may have absolutely no need for the product, may not even be in the office. Telemarketers who call at dinner time have a low success rate. The customer may be too busy to talk, may have absolutely no need for the product, or may not be home. Resumes that arrive without invitation have a low success rate. The person who receives the resume may have no need for an additional employee, may not even be the hiring person. You are the product, and your resume is your sales literature. Super salespeople never send literature before meeting with a prospective customer. They know that sales literature sent prior to a needs analysis is odds-on to be irrelevant, off-target, and unread. Super salespeople send literature after the first interview or bring it with them on follow-up calls. If the literature is not completely customized to the customer's needs, the salesperson highlights those product benefits most meaningful to the customer. Super salespeople create interest in their product and use sales literature to reaffirm and to leave a footprint, a product remembrance. You must heed the example of the super salesperson. Your resume has much more validity and Velcro if the customer reads it after talking to you, hearing about you, or meeting you. This is particularly true if your resume is written for the hirer after you have interviewed the hirer. Your resume will validate your ability to deliver what the customer, the hirer, needs. Turn junk mail into money mail. Don't send a resume without proper setup. If possible, deliver your resume in person. Present your resume. Follow up with your resume. 2. Why resumes don't sell. A young executive was interviewing with a company president. The president remarked, "Your resume is quite impressive." Disarmingly, the young executive answered, "It ought to be. I wrote it." A funny response, maybe. A cocky response, probably. A candid response that deals directly with an underlying problem with resumes, definitely. No one writes a resume that states, "Weak manager, afraid to make decisions, afraid to change, can't get along with people, canned in last 5 jobs." Even though that might be closer to the truth for some managers, people write just the opposite. The resume is always biased to favor the candidate, and everyone knows it. Consequently, because it is inherently imbalanced, no matter how skillfully crafted, the resume itself is a barrier that hirer and candidate must overcome. Hirers expect resumes to represent one side of the candidate. Hirers expect embellishments in resumes. Hirers so expect an incomplete portrait that the resume is used only as a starting point in the interviewing and hiring process. All resumes look alike. Regardless of the resume style, experience resume, chronological resume, functional resume, they all ultimately look the same. Selling yourself depends on getting noticed, standing apart, being different from everybody else. If, at the outset, you are represented only by your resume, and your resume looks like everybody else's resume, then you look like everybody else. The resume, all resumes, any resume, always acquires a personality of its own, which is often different from that of the person it glorifies. Resume writing rules, resume structure, and the resume development process work together to produce, in effect, a new shadow persona. The modest take credit. The spare are verbose. The humble become egocentric. The literate use arcane jargon. The confident get cautious. The creative get common. Resumes are too often an